Hello everybody. Thank you for stopping by and sharing some time with me. I'm Cheryl, and if you're new here, welcome. I am back and I just wanted to go through my envelope journal that I had started. We've had no internet because we had some stumps pulled from some trees that we lost during the hurricanes. Well, my neighbor did, and he had one of ours done, and they broke the cable to the internet, and so we've been without it. But we got it back, I think 2 days ago, but yesterday it was intermittent, and today, so far this morning, it's been fine, so I'm hoping that this video goes up. So I started this envelope journal a while ago, and I've been working on it slowly, and I just wanted to show it to you. And so the collection is the neutral collection from Lidia at Raindrop Lila. I still don't have any ink for my printer. For those of you who don't know, my printer went down, it failed, and HP sent me a new one, which was very kind of them, except I wasn't printing because they didn't send me any ink. And so we contacted them and they sent us a black ink 2 weeks later or a week later or something. I don't even remember. And so I contacted them and said, you know, I need coloring. I had 3 black inks. And so anyway, they were going to send me some overnight, like 3 days overnight or something like that. And we didn't get it. And so my husband contacted them yesterday and they said, well, so they looked into it, and anyway, back and forth on the phone, and evidently, well, because I haven't been printing, it hasn't shown up that I need ink. So it got real confusing with the new printer. So it's really not their fault, but anyway, it's kind of frustrating because I specifically asked them, now is this going to screw up my Insta Ink program? And they said, oh, no, you know, you'll still get your ink on time and whatever, but I didn't. So this is my little journal, and I love it, and I could use this collection in everything. Now, for those of you who don't know, I made 2 tall skinny journals with this collection a while ago, and because I don't have a printer, I can't make the covers, and so I decided to use what I didn't use in that for this. But I did want to tell you, for those of you who had seen my last video when I was constructing this, I had embossed the envelopes. And when I went to tie in the signature, it tore. So I was so upset. And I thought, oh my goodness, now what am I going to do? Because I had the whole journal made and no ink to make the envelopes. But then I looked through my ephemera books, which I have many. And I had 3 of these from this collection in here. So I was really lucky, and this is from this collection as well. And so all I did was I used 2 of the envelopes instead of 3. This is from a different collection, but once you glue it up, you know, glue up the envelopes, you just slide this envelope. Don't emboss them because it makes them very, you know how when you emboss things, it kind of makes it a little fragile. Well, it made it very fragile because I embossed it and didn't even think about the spine. So then you just glue this. But I had 4, so I had put, you know, 2 this way and 2 this way to have the 4 pockets, but I didn't have 4 envelopes, so we ended up with 2. So that's why you don't see any embossing on these envelopes. So anyway, that's that. And I realized, you know, going through these ephemera books and going through my digital files, I'm very fortunate. I don't need to print anything. I just like to. You know, we have different seasons and we want to print different collections. And, you know, when people come out with new collections, I want to print them right away. And I always do. I always print at least 1 or 2 pages of the collection just to kind of see what it's like and, you know, what have you. And then I end up with all these pages in my files that need to be used. So I will be using them. So anyway, let me start with these little medals. I had gotten a package about 2 months ago in the mail, and it was from Malta. And when my husband came in with it, he said, "Who do you know from Malta?" And I said, "I don't know anybody from Malta." And he said, "Well, you must know somebody because it came to you. You know, it's addressed to me." And the name on it was Paul something. And I said, "I don't know this person." However, inside it, the person knew me because it was medals, holy medals, and I collect these. But I don't think I've ever mentioned that on video unless I was making one of my prayer journals and may have mentioned it, you know, a long time ago or something. But I was stunned. This one is gorgeous. It's the Virgin Mother, and it's got little rhinestones in it. It's a little pin, and everything is from Malta. Malta is a island. It's one of 3 islands in the Mediterranean, southeast Sicily. And she also sent me he, which I thought was a he, but it was a she. And but her name's not Paul. She asked to be kept anonymous. I wrote a letter to this person and said, you know, why did you send me these things? They're beautiful and thank you so much, but I need to know who you are. And so I got a letter back from her, and she just said that I blessed her, that she watches my videos, and I am just so like touched. And so anyway, it's got like lots of stamps and holy cards, and it's just amazing, and everything is in Latin and some in Italian, and then a whole bunch of stamps, and I won't go through it, but anyway, so, and the reason why I wanted to point that out is because this particular medal, when I was looking at the medals, it has Jesus on the front, but on the back, it's got a saint, and I don't know who the saint is. I can't read it, but it says, or whatever the saint's name is, protect us from storms and floods. And I thought, oh my goodness, how appropriate for Florida. So, and then this is in Latin, so I can't, it's Saint somebody, but I don't know who it is, but it's just pretty. So anyway, that's why I put those there. Everything in here is from the Neutrals collection or the French Neutrals collection, except for a few things that I had in my ephemera book that I put in here. So I started off with putting some lace on the topper. Well, I reconstructed the envelope journal with the 2 envelopes that I had, and then I made the signatures, and then I put this on foam squares so that I can pull this ribbon in and out. And then I took this from one of the pages and put this on it. This could have been from one of the pages as well, and just put Mademoiselle. And these are from the mini flashcards, and she has them like in People and Emotions and all different kinds, but she does have them in French as well. So you'll see those. They're like my little mini addiction. I use them in all my journals. And so I'll leave the links to everything below. And I was contemplating these metal corners. I really wanted to put them on, and then I didn't, and then I did, and then I didn't, and at the end I finally put them on because I just really liked them. I thought it gave it a little bit more character. And then so you just open it up and see, you can pull this right through, and you can push it right back through. It's very simple. So if you don't want to put a hole or anything, because I didn't want to, you know, put a hole in the envelope, so that's why I put this on the foam squares. And so you open it up, and I have these 2 cards. They're not from the collection, and I don't remember the name of the collection, but I will leave the link below because I can look it up. I have a very big problem with my short-term memory. I went to the neurologist last Friday. I had had a brain scan after my accident because I wasn't getting any better. And he said, you know, you had a traumatic brain injury. And I said, well, don't say it like that. And he said, but you did. And he said, you really need to rest because my short-term memory is really I'm having a problem with it. And I hate to admit it, but I am. So If I sound really crazy, that's why. Anyway, I colored some flowers in her hair here, and with some pencil, and then I used gold rub and buff on the edges. And the gold rub and buff, I got that idea from Pam from Glam Junk Journals, and I'll leave her link below because she does a fabulous job with it. I'm just still practicing after a year, but she does a great job. And then this was a French, I think it's from her French documents collection. And I had printed this for the other journal. I printed a whole bunch of them, and I didn't use this one. And it's printed on newsprint. And then what I do is sometimes is for this one, I just folded it all up the way I wanted to, and then I unfolded it and inked it, you know, where I had all the creases I inked. It takes a little while, but you can do it. And then, yeah, you just fold it up the way you want to, and it makes it look, you know, more like kind of realistic. And then you just fold it back up. I've sent these to people in journals, and people have asked me if they're like the real thing because they don't want to use them if they are. And it's like, no, it's a photocopy. Not a photocopy, but a printable. And so then I just put a little wax seal there and one of the stamps from Malta. And I purposely didn't glue it all down because I wanted it to look real. And then I just used some of Sam Poole's stamps on there to make it look like more like a document that was, you know, sent in the mail. And you know, I've seen envelopes and things like this size that did go through the mail back, you know, in the 1800s and things like that. This says 1893, but it's a stamp. These are just a whole bunch of different stamps from Sam Poole. But it's a lot of writing space, so like that's a good thing to put in a smaller journal. One of the journaling pages. This lace is from my husband's grandmother, but I love it. I don't have a lot of it, but I just love it. And this, I just thought it went perfectly with this particular tag. And I just cut it down because it was too tall. I probably cut it down from the top. And then this was a frame on one of the layout pages, and I just cut this part out so that I could use it as a pocket, but you could still see this beautiful image in there, if you can imagine that. Okay, so, and then this is from her, don't remember, it's one of her, I think it's from one of the spring French documents or something like that. I can't remember, but I'll leave all the information below. This was from Little Blessings. I had done a small journal for a friend who was having a baby, and I used this collection. It was a very, you know, just a journal for her to document her pregnancy. And so look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And so this page was left over, and this was on the page, and this was on the page. And this looks like, to me, like a wedding applique. So I left the pearls, like I left the threads on the pearls, and then I just glued them, you know, on to make it look like more realistic. And I just love that. And then this is one of my own French documents that I scanned, but Lydia has this new blue collection, so all of my blue ones that I scanned, I backed with this, because when I try to back my scanned documents, let's see if I have them right here. When I try to scan the backs, I can't get them right. So, like for this one, this was the back. And so I'm able to do this, but when I scan the back, I can't get it right. So when I do put it back through my printer, it doesn't come out right. But when she came out with the blues collection, I took all of my scanned documents and I printed like 5 of each one to have. I just keep it in a drawer, keep these in a drawer. So it just works out perfectly. And this idea I got from Morcita on, she's on Instagram, and I get some documents and things from her. But she also has a blog, and I always go on her blog to see things she's made or other people have made with her items. And so this was like a belly band she made, and I'm sure it's not exactly the same, but anyway, I like the way she made hers. And it's just, I glued a couple of pages together, and then I cut, I tore this after I folded it. And then I put a little, cut there with a punch, and then this goes in here. And then you have another another band here. And then this is just a die cut it comes with like a whole bunch of petals. And then this is on like a little circle. I make a whole bunch of them at one time, and then I put them wherever I want. This was like my little attempt at mixed media. I took this, it could have been from a page, and I just colored it in with like colored pencils. And then I meant to put matte medium just on here, but I took the wrong jar and put gloss medium. But it's fine. I love it. And I use the gold rub and buff on it to edge it and make it look aged. It really is pretty. I love it. I love how it came out. It was just something fun to do. I don't have a lot of time to craft because I get tired. And I like doing like things like that, so I don't have to really think so much. And like to make these little journals, you don't have to think a lot. This is one of Lydia's butterflies. This is from Jacqueline at Souvenir de la France. It was in my ephemera book. And these are from the Graphic Fairies. They're like, they go inside tins. And then German book page from the 1800s. And then this is some lace of my mother-in-law's mother's. And it reminds me of two turtle doves on this lace. I use it at Christmas time, but I thought it went really well in this journal because it has that romantic French feel. And then Celeste from Woodland Inspired, she's given me this idea. It's fabric glued on paper, and then you run it through your embossing machine, and then I back it. And then this is just, I make these up at night, and then if I need something, I just staple it on. So, or if I'm slow stitching or whatever. But I like to make little things like this so I have them, and then I can just pick one that I want and just, staple it on. It's kind of mindless work, you're not really using your brain. This idea I got from Rhonda from A Little Bit French. She makes a lot of little books like this. And this is just a strip of old paper. I think it's like, it was on graph paper. I think it's like, it's in a different language. I think it's French. And I just took a strip of it. And I mean, it just goes to show you can use anything. And then I put one of the little French strips there. You open it up, and then it's got, these were gifted to me from a friend. They're perfume labels that were never used, and they're embossed. They're beautiful. So I put one there, and then there's one here, and these are just some torn, I have a whole thing of them. Anytime I have strips or scraps, I make them. They're like Twisted Tangles. Donna at Twisted Tangle Studios, she used to make them. She might still make them. And then this is just some tea stained paper with another French strip for writing. So these are fun to make and don't take a lot of thought. And, they're cute. Good Happy Meal, or something to put even in a larger journal. And that's what I'm trying to do, is just give you some inspiration for your own journals that you don't have to really think a lot about. This is just some, I think it's Dutch book page. I'm taking apart some books to use. And then these, I made a Bible journal for a friend. And so these were in the kit, but I didn't use them. And so I put them in here. They're like little dominoes. So cute. And then De Paris, and that's from the French strips from Lidia. Piano paper or music paper is so fun to write on, especially with, like, I use the rollerball pens. I wish I had another piece to write on. I don't want to write on this because I might send it to somebody, but it writes really, really nice on the piano paper or the music paper. And you could write like a whole anything, like a poem or music or scripture or anything you wanted to on it, But these pens work so well. I'll just show you. My hands are really shaky, but see, I don't know, it just comes out so good. These are my husband's favorite pens. He gets them at Costco, and they're not expensive. So, anyway. And then people ask me all the time, do you use these little journals? What do you use them for? Well, I use them for, like, I'll take pictures, or my kids will send me pictures. Like, my daughter sent me this, in a text message. And so I printed it. It's my granddaughter reading her Bible after school and having her snack. And so, like, you could staple that there and write about it here. Or, or put it here, and write about her reading her Bible or what she's reading about, here. So anyway, it's just an idea. But yes, I do use them and I love them. And so this is a frame. I don't know whose it is. It could be Lydia's from one of her kits. I'm not sure. It was in my ephemera book. But I just cut it out. And I put this tag. This is from the French Neutrals. And she is beautiful. And I cut this bottom off and then re-glued it here so it would fit properly. And it just slides right back in there like a pocket. And then I just use some spackle stenciling there and there. And then this was part of a page, and I just made a journal card out of it with a little snippet that I keep, in a little container, because I make them like at night or whatever to use and have them on hand. So that's that. And this is a tag, and I just folded it over and I just put what I had left over in there. And that's my lace masterboard, but I scanned it so I can use it, to back things, which is a good idea. Like if you do a masterboard or whatever, scan it so you can use it over and over. And then these were Lydia's idea. They're little sample cards made out of tags. So I don't know if I did it the same way she did, because I thought if I folded it over it would be upside down, so I cut it off and then glued it here. But in fact, if I had left it alone and folded it over like she did, then this wouldn't have been upside down. So it's me and my current brain. But it is getting better. So, and then these are bigger, but I had printed them for that Bible journal, and I love them. They're swans, and I love swans. And then this is another tag, but I made a fabric sample card out of it, and this is from a friend from San Francisco. She sent me a bunch of fabric samples for slow stitching, and it's just probably a page that I made a journaling card from. So it's kind of eclectic, but it's the same, if that makes sense. It's just scraps that I had, and it just goes to show that you can always find something in your craft room to make something beautiful for somebody or for yourself, And then this is beautiful. And I want to learn how to braid my hair like this. So if anybody can give me any hints, I'd appreciate it. So she's so beautiful. And the lace is so real looking. I didn't put a lot of lace or toppers because I just didn't want to take away from the beauty of what was on the printable. You know, what was on the digital. It's just so many layers and just gorgeous. I can't imagine the time it takes. And instead of edging it with ink, I did the gold rub and buff. It's Pam's fault. She's got me addicted. And so anyway, then this is stencil paste, not stencil paste, but you know. And then these are just cut down from the French collection. And I just put a couple in there. And then this is another tag from the French neutrals, but this is, it might be like the background paper or the wallpaper, I'm not sure. And then this was the bottom of the tag, and I didn't want to cover up her feet or that sketch at all. Don't you wish you could do that? She's beautiful, and the colors are so gorgeous in this. It's just beautiful. She does such a good job. And I made this like a double pocket with some scraps. Almost done. And then some more of my painted paper. And then this is just a little idea from Rhonda as well. And this is like a cabinet card. It's just a mini cabinet card. And so I just put it in there because she's so cute. And a French strip. And then this is, I think it's French book page. I think it's rag paper, actually. It is. It's from a book I'm taking apart to use the cover for a journal. And these are from Souvenir de la France. I use, she scans a lot of her things, and I use linen paper, and then I just back it. But they're so pretty. And I just added them for just a little bit of different, you know, something different. And instead of gluing up the sides, I use little paper clips. Just gets things in and out more easily. Another fabric pocket idea from Celeste from Woodland Inspired. And then these are from my rose bushes that I don't have anymore because the salt water has just completely destroyed everything. We had fall, but no color. Everything turned brown and fell off. So, yeah, we're raking, which is so bizarre. They're not even having Halloween here in Punta Gorda. John told me they canceled it because the debris and the boats and everything is just still everywhere. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. It was just too much in such a short time. And our roof is finished, and so we're very happy about that. So, but there's still a lot of roofs that need to be done. And we live in a new build community. Our windows and everything from like the foundation to the roof is 150 mile an hour sustained windproof. We still put up shutters in case we have flying debris or whatever, but still it just is amazing how much damage can be done. And even if you don't get directly hit by it, we were directly hit by Ian, which caused a lot of damage in my craft room. But you know, we did get roof damage, this one. So anyway, a lot of people got a lot of damage. I just feel so bad. People lost everything. There's a lot of people that lost everything. And so, another German book page, and I didn't mean to go on a tangent about that. And another part of that. And then this was a little fussy cut, and I put some Nuvo drops on it to make it look like a cameo. And then this was, I think it was a journaling card, and I don't remember what kit, but I love it. It's a swan. It's one of Lydia's. I'll put it in the link below. And then another card. If there's anything that you see that you really love, please leave me a message in the comments and I'll be happy to help you. And then I just, you know, put an edge of another paper on here just to make it look a little bit different. And then I have some more of those little mini flashcards in French in this pocket from music paper, and then I just put a little strip there, some more lace, and then this one is so pretty. And again, I used the gold rub and buff around the edge. And you just put it on with a Q-tip, let it dry, and then you buff it. You can use it on wood, plastic, metal, anything. So pretty. And then in here is what I started out with, which was the little tag books. And I have that, I think, in the last video, which I have to get to the comments in there because I haven't been able to yet. So there's these little tags. And they just go in the pockets. I won't take them all out, but you can tell. And then I think there's 7, because there's one up here. Yeah, 7. And you can make these any size, and you can make them with any paper. If you go back one video, it shows you how to make them. I think it's one video. And so that's it. Oh, I left that there the whole time, so I hope I didn't disturb you from seeing everything. But anyway, that's my journal, and I love it. And so, yeah, it just goes to show you that you can make a journal out of pretty much anything that you have on hand. And we probably all have tons. I know I do. My filing cabinet is full. But I just, you know, I mean, there's so many digitals that I want to print. Like when I did the Little Blessings, and I added, it was Little Blessings and I think Baby Blues. I use both kits because she doesn't know what she's having. And it really went well together. And you don't even have to use them. I mean, as you can see, I used it in this journal. You don't have to use them for baby journals. I have some ideas that I want to make with those 2 kits. So they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. Please take a look at those. And she does have some really nice ones on sale. So that's that journal. And I'll be back. I'm doing another journal, working on another one. It's a, do I have it right here? I'll be back to work on this journal. It's a, it's from Angela Kerr, and it's going to be a traveler's notebook. And it's all one kit, and it's gorgeous. So it's called Vintage Notebook. If you wanted to take a look at that, I'll be using this kit for my next video. I think. I'll try. All right, everybody. Until next time, and there will be a next time, be well and be safe, be kind, and God bless. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend coming up. Okay.